Welcome in. It is the local and community issues and answers right here with Jonathan Lawson. And we're so thankful to have in our studios today Mr. Jerry Tucker. He is from the Galilean home up in Liberty, Kentucky. Welcome in, Mr. Jerry.
Well, thank you for having me.
Galilean Children's Home. Tell us about this.
Well, it's a long story, but we have a ministry there in Liberty, outside of Liberty, about 12 miles. We have a Christian Academy, Galilean Christian Academy. We have a division of our ministry called the Born Free Ministry, where we take babies whose mothers are incarcerated. We've been doing that part of the ministry for about 20 years. We have what we call the Blessing House, where we have handicapped. Well, when I call them children, 30 years ago when some of them came, they were children, but now they're adults, but
Right.
we still call them children. And we have a Bread of Life Cafe, a big restaurant out between us and Liberty that we operate. And that's just running over it real quick right there.
Well, this is a mission of love that you've been on for numerous years, and you've been reaching out to souls and reaching out to people with love. And tell us about your love and compassion. You adopt children and all this?
Yeah, we got married in 1963, and we were childless for 7 years until we adopted a little boy. And right after we adopted him, we had my wife got pregnant with Becky, my oldest biological daughter. And a couple years after that, there was another little girl come in the picture. That's Jessica. But in between, we adopted quite a few children back starting in 1969. I think I have 30 adopted children. Of course, none of them are children anymore. They're all grown up, and I have at least 60 grandkids now. But a lot of the children, if we want to still call them that, are severely handicapped and they're still at the Galilean home. But we still call them children, even though they might be 40, 45 years old.
You've got so much going on down in Liberty, Kentucky, and this is all for God's glory. He gave you a mission. He gave you a vision of what you needed to do, and you did it.
Yeah, if God hadn't called us, there's no way in the world we being my wife and I could have done what we have done, but it's only through His leading, His presence, and His anointing in our lives that has kept us going. She died 6.5 years ago from cancer, and it's really been her last words on her deathbed were, "Dad, don't quit, don't ever give up," that she said to me. And I've been putting that in practice for 6.5 years, and it's not been easy. We have a lot of good people that work for us and a lot of staff, so that lightens the load a little bit. But for many years, I thought we had a 50-50 marriage. And then she passed away, and I found it more like 95-5, and I was a 5, and she was a 95. And normally, she was a spokesman for the ministry, any television shows or things similar to this that we would be called to. She took care of it, not me.
This is so phenomenal because, you know, the vision, the dream has come true. The things that God laid on your heart, you stepped out on faith and you made them happen through and by His power. But there's so much involved in this. A lot of people that's watching this right now don't realize the numerous things that you all are doing over there in Liberty, Kentucky. You've even got a school over there.
Yes, we started the school. I'm guessing this is the 27th or 28th year that we started the Galilean Christian Academy. Of course, we first started it just because we had so many children still at home who were of school age, and I have a strong conviction against public school education. I don't think it's a government's job to educate us, our children. So we started a school back in, I think it was 87, quite a while ago. Mostly just our children, and then as time went on, some employees would have children that they were looking for a Christian school, and there wasn't too many, and there still isn't too many. You know, we live 30 miles from Somerset. There's quite a few schools in Somerset. We live 40 miles from Danville. There's a few in Danville, but in between there's not a whole lot. And so over the years, and then as my children grew up and got married and so forth, now I got a lot of grandkids in school, a lot of grandkids in school. and a lot of more outside children. We even offer transportation where we transport children from Russell Springs area and from the Liberty area.
Mm-hmm.
And currently this year we have about 60 students. We're a small school as far as school size go, but we're not. We belong to an organization called the Kentucky Christian School Athletic Association, which is about 60 schools, and we're probably one of the bigger schools maybe. But we have a full staff school. It's a full school. We have the cafeteria, gymnasium, everything that a big public school would have. We go K through 12, preschool through 12. We have our principal's been with us about 12 or 15 years. He's also our volleyball and basketball coach because we have a girls volleyball and basketball team and a boys basketball team. And